Let's talk about your communicable disease nursing. So, CDN, no? So, meaning CDN is actually CDN, or communicable disease nursing, is you actually focus on the prevention, control, okay, prevention and control, management of illness. So these are the illnesses that are caused by infectious agents, no? So yun ang ibig sabihin ng CDN nursing as defined. So this is the again, sabi nga, prevention and control. That's our function, no? When it comes to CDN, okay. CDN focuses on prevention and control. Yan. Tapos and also very important is the management of the illnesses that are caused by those communicable, okay, infections, no? Infections, yan. Okay, so yan, so it's either sabi natin dito, this can be actually either transmitted, yan, directly or indirectly. So transmitted either directly or indirectly. So that is what you mean when you say communicable disease nursing. So ganun yan. So one of the what we call one of our core actually responsibilities when it comes to CDN, no? Our core responsibilities is yung tinatawag nating we are, sabi nga ni the mother of dragons, no? I-relate talaga sa the mother of all dragons, no? Si Khaleesi, no? Si Khaleesi, pero hindi si Khaleesi, no? So kasi the breaker of chain of infection. So tayo naman yan, the breaker of chain of infection. So okay, dahil tayo ang breaker of chain ng infection, so sabi nga natin ito yung yung infectious agent, no? Infectious agent, yan siya. Tapos reservoir, yan yung typical, no? Your reservoir, yan. You have portal of exit, usual, no? Actually nandun na to sa micro para nyo, portal of exit, no? Tapos and then syempre mode of transmission, okay? Mode of transmission, tapos portal of entry, yan, portal of entry, and then nandun na yung susceptible na ating na host, yan na yun siya, susceptible host. Tapos and ikot over and over again. So that's how it works, no? It's a circle, no? Kaya tayo nga, we should be the breaker of chains, no? We should be the breaker of chain of infection, di ba? Tayo yun. So we need to be the nurses, no? Yan, tayo yun, the nurses. Yeah, should be the breaker of chain of infection. Yan, tayo yan. Infection, the breaker of chain infection. To, so kalisi din tayo. Kalisi. So, sabi nga, di ba, meron tayo sa DOH nga, kasi we're in the Philippines, no? So, mayroon tayong tinatawag na, surveillance and reporting, no? So, it is, mandatory talagang, utos, no? Natin surveillance, okay, so and reporting. So if you've heard about yung tinatawag nating PIDSR, yung PIDSR, so ito PIDSR, so you have to be familiar with this kasi ito yung surveillance system actually na ginagamit natin, no? So this is mandated by the DOH, no? So PIDSR Philippine integrated. So isisayin ko this is the Philippine integrated. So this is surveillance, okay, response, no? So kasi this is once my responsibility before, no? So I was the head of the training and development before sa previous work ko, a couple of years back. So daming couple of years back, no? So tawag nito. So I'm also the head of and the this is surveillance and si surveillance saka pa yun, what do I do another part of that, and meron pa yun and also yung infection control, no? So under me napunta sa training and development yan. So again, brief preview lang nun. So actually yun yung this is actually Republic Act, no? So you don't take this lightly because utos talaga to, no? So this is your RA 11332. Yan. So para sa lahat inuutusan niya, no, is mandating all health facilities, no? Mandating. Tandaan niyo guys yung word. It's actually mandating. Mandates all health facilities, okay? That's either public or private, no? Health facilities. Ganyan yan, facilities, no? Private or public, na to report yan. Private or public hospitals yan to really report yung communicable diseases. So dito, if I would remember properly, no, so meron tong yung dalawang monitoring na we usually submit, the daily basis and yung weekly basis. So dito meron kaming binibigay na yung tinatawag na immediately reportable, no, saka weekly reportable, yan. So immediately reportable and weekly reportable. So dito before ginawa ko dito before na nung under ko na to, para organize. So I actually with the record section, ganoon ang ginawa ko with the record section na. So I was the one responsible, no, for the 24 hour, no, yung immediately reportable na communicable disease, no. Tapos yung record section is the one responsible for the weekly reportable na communicable infection. So example na lang when we call kasi baka magtanong kayo, example of the what you call immediately So ito yung tipong measles. Yan, measles. I was there when there was another outbreak. Ito yung because of the scare ng DOH before, yung about dun, so kini-question yung Dengvac siya. So that's why there was again ano tawag te, a outbreak na naman ng measles dito sa Philippines before, kasi nung nangyari yung issue about Dengvac siya. So 'di ba, naging fearful yung mga parents kasi ang pangit ng news about sa Dengvac siya. So naapektuhan yung other vaccines na yun na nga is baka nakakamatay. So ang daming lumabas na mga fake news. So measles got worse that time, no? So ang dami-daming measles noon again. So nag-offline vaccination uli yung government about measles. Tapos kasi ewan ko kung sinong lawyer yun, yung kung sino yung basher nung Dengvac siya, no? Nadamay tuloy yung ibang vaccines na usually is very it's potent, meaning talagang it's effective, no, with when it comes to vaccination of your measles, no. So yan, so ito measles is one of the immediately reportable, no. So you have your rabies, anthrax, and ito yung mga yan kasi deadly, no. So these are some of the examples. So ano yung weekly reportable naman? Okay, so this is like if you have dengue yan. Okay, so it is weekly reportable. You have your tuberculosis, no, tuberculosis and leptospirosis. No? You have your leptospirosis. Those are weekly reportable. So ganun yan yung sa PIDSARS. I won't go into details. So meron tayong ganyan. So we really we really coordinate with this, no, sa City Health, no. So yan ang mga partners natin yan. So let's go back to the to our main topic, no, which is sabi nga natin. So tapos na tayo surveillance, no. So we have to implement sa infection control yung very crucial na tinatawag nating mga transmission based na precaution. So yan, so we have to implement, no, so sa infection control it's very important to implement, no. Okay, so implement what we call yung standard based based precaution, precaution, yan, standard based precaution, yan. So very important. So this precaution, as you'd remember, yung color gamitin ko. So this precaution, as you'd remember, this is ito yung tinatawag nating airborne. Naalala niyo yan. So this is your airborne. You have your airborne, no? You have your droplets. You have your droplets. And you have your contact, no? So contact precautions. Okay, so dito may mga may mga need, no? So special needs, no, na especially when it comes to your PPEs, no, for this for us healthcare providers, no. And meron din ibig sabihin meron din mga instructions on what to do for the patient side. So they are there are appropriate rooms to be assigned, no. So ganun yan. So dito syempre pag pinag-usapan yan, so what are the PPEs that we use, aside sa PPEs, mga other precaution na standard protocols, no, yung mga tinatawag natin protocols sa room assignment. So that's very important when it comes to room assignment. So dito it's very important yung tinatawag nating cohorting, no? So dito yan papasok when yung cohorting natin, no? So ganun yan. So it's not just by saying airborne droplets and contact. So we do more, no? We do more precautions, no? Other than just saying airborne droplets and air contact. So mamaya I'll be tawag na to, getting into that na into specifics, no? So syempre we have what we call, syempre there is a case management. So ibig sabihin we administer treatment, very important. That's case management. So syempre tayo dyan, we are very supportive with our healthcare providers, our doctors, no? So dito yung papasok yung kanilang management, no? So dito yung treatment and management. Yan, treatment and management. Okay, so this is where we come in. We monitor for complications, monitor for complications, diba? Complications. Yan, complications. Syempre yung natin, one of our responsibilities is yung health education. Aside from education, or sabi natin health education, it's either kung saang lugar man tayo included. It's like you are in a hospital-based setting, yan, or either community-based, no? Community-based. So it is always important yung tinatawag nating education, no? Health education. So this is again yung we educate all families, no? So hygiene, yan yung hygiene, vaccination, no? Sanitation. So we have to prevent community outbreaks, no? Yan sila pinag-uusapan natin. So this is this is a team effort, no? So everybody should be involved when it comes to prevention ng and spread of diseases, no? So ayun siya. Okay, so we go to the I'll go to the specifics, no? So so let's talk about dito muna sa talk about tinatawag nating we would want to implement the standard based precautions. Dito muna tayo. Okay, so let's talk about your standard precautions, no? So ito muna, so most common would be you have your airborne, prec and your droplet precautions, no? So you have your airborne, and you have your droplet precaution. So let's talk about the standard precaution. So let's do the airborne and the droplet first. So this when you say airborne, sorry. So okay guys, so when we talk about the standard precaution, so when we say airborne, so this is usually yung transmission of these infectious agents that this remains suspended in the air for a long periods of time. So yun yung ibig sabihin when you talk about yung airborne, and this actually can travel long distances. So ito yung again, so this is the transmission, so transmission of this communicable disease, no? Through So or this transmission of this infection, because it remains suspended. It remains suspended in the air, no, in the air for, actually it's for a long periods of time. Then it can travel for long distances. Air suspended, remains suspended in the air for, okay, a long periods of time, and can travel, 'di ba? Long distances. So actually yung yun yan, long distances. Okay? So that's your airborne. So pag tinawag naman nating droplet, so these are the pathogens, no? Ay shit. Mali na naman. Sorry guys, or so I haven't colored the other one, no? So when you say naman droplet, so sorry for wala akong video kanina. So when you say droplet, these are these are the pathogens that, so the pathogens again. Wait, I'm gonna put here yung pathogens natin. So these are the pathogens. Okay, dito. These are also the pathogens, no? So transmitted again, so this spreads, no? This spreads through a close respiratory mucus, no? So spreads through the through respiratory mucus, okay, membrane contact. So that is actually your contact point. Kaya nga dito when you say droplet, it's meron pa silang they have a tawag dito category for this, no? You have yung size nila as some molecules, why they can remain so suspended, why they tend to go down very fast kasi they are heavy. Those na airborne are lighter, so ganun, and can travel further kasi because of those characteristics, no? So ganun yung ibig sabihin ng in short. Okay, emo, quiet. So emo is noisy. So ganun yan guys, no? So as we go to the what we do, no? Ano yung what do we do as nurses to keep away and to contain this types of communicable disease na that can spread through airborne and droplet. So dito okay, so the diseases first would be the communicable disease first are we have your airborne would be measles, yan. Have your measles, you have your tuberculosis, yan, tuberculosis, and you have your varicella or your chicken pox, varicella, your chicken pox, yun siya. While your droplet, okay, you have your pneumonia. So have your pneumonia here. You have your influenza. This is the this is what you get every year, you know? So we also have a yearly shots with influenza, no? This influenza is the if you have a weak immune system, this is the first, no, you get a flu-like symptom, no. So ito yung si influenza din. So you have your meningococcal disease. You have your mumps. Yes, you have your mumps. You have your pertussis. Yan. You have your pertussis. Okay. And the last part, we include rubiola. This is rubiola. I think this is the one, if I'm not mistaken. Rubiola, and you have your rubella also. Rubella. Pero gonna put a here. Gonna put a line. So kasi usually rubiola is your measles, no? So it is more on if we make it as a standard part, so measles are placed in the airborne part, where but again, all those particles from the air that is suspended will definitely at the end of the day will be on the ground kasi it's through gravity, no. So same as with your rubella, this is your German measles, no. That's what you call your German measles. This is your German measles. So rubella, German measles. So what we call the 3-day measles, less harmful than your rubiola, your measles. So that's your droplet, no? So in a hospital setting, so what do we do, no, is when it comes to your airborne, no, so it is advisable that we for the staffs, no, we're gonna use N95 mask. Okay, gonna use N95 mask, no. So for staffs, so not just N95, but you make sure that this is actually properly fitted, no? This is fitted, no. This is leak sealed, no. So ibig sabihin tight, no, sa face mo, no. So dapat no leaks, no. So dapat ganun. Kaya the most important here is the word fitted. This is actually fit or fit tested, no. Okay, pati yung leak dapat walang leak. So that's how you then when it comes to the patient's room, no. So we always if you are assigned as the charge nurse, no, assigned for the day, so you always put all these patients airborne prep on a isolation room, no. So they're always placed in a isolation room. So aside from being it as a isolation room, you should the isolation room should have a negative pressure, no? Have a negative pressure, diba? Then the door should always be closed. Door closed all the time, no? All the time. And then when Wait, so aside from that, we always put a signage sa door, no? A signage sa door na um, we have the isolation prec, no? So para alam, everybody knows isolation precaution. Now that would everybody know that the patient is tawag na to, is has a communicable disease. So wag naman siguro we call them na contagious, so you just say they have communicable disease. So isolation prep, signage yan, very important. There always be a signage, no? Signage sa door, patient's door. Okay, and then yun nga, if we have to transport the patient, we let the patient use a surgical mask, no, during transport, no? So during patient transport, no, okay, patient wears surgical mask, no, surgical mask. So this is the criteria, no? We have patients with communicable disease. Okay, yan, this, you have this. Okay, so how about for patients with droplet? No, we have patients with droplet infection. Have a droplet. Pag may droplet naman, so we make sure na patients are wearing surgical mask, no? Okay, so surgical mask. Okay, surgical mask is is one of the needed, no, equipment. And your eye shield or your goggles, no, your goggles. Okay, and then they are also placed in a single room. Okay, in a single room. So ayan, so we teach, actually everyone should wear, especially if we take care of patients na there is a communicable disease. Actually all healthcare providers knows already na if you are, especially if you are in close contact with a patient that is highly contagious and is transferred by airborne, the air, no. So we really use N95 masks, no. So for our assistants, like nursing assistants, or what we call yung tinatawag nating mga unlicensed personnel, no. So we tell them to use a surgical mask, no. So I'm gonna just put dito sa below. For the staffs, we really have to practice universal precaution, no. Kasi that is actually the standard practice, no. Okay, so always have to practice, no. So bottom line, no. So I think we have to stress on that, ba? So bottom line, we really have to so dito gonna use this sabihin bottom line minutes. So remember, let's just put remember here na lang, no? So remember, okay, remember. Okay, so for unlicensed personnel, you have to, again, if remember, if in close contact, always wear always wear your complete PPEs. Complete PPEs. Yeah. Always wear complete PPEs. If always wear complete PPEs. I don't tayo with the reminder, no, so they won't forget. Because dito sa may if you would notice, oh my god naman, emo, stop dancing because I'm doing my lecture, okay? So okay, so again, so for here, for patients with droplet prec, so for unlicensed personnel, for nursing assistants, for nursing assistant, you have your unlicensed nursing personnel, yan, so they can use a surgical gloves, surgical mask, surgical mask. So that's how this is the what we need when we take care of patients with airborne and droplet precaution. So let's talk about contact precaution. So when you say contact prec, so when you say contact precaution, what color did I use? Black now. So I'm gonna put it in the middle. So say contact precaution. So these are your pathogens that are transmitted to the spread of a direct contact, no? So these are pathogens transmitted. So these are pathogens, again, transmitted just transmitted by means of or through by means of direct contact, no? These are direct contact with the patient, yan, or indirect contact, yan, so tama, of direct contact with a patient, or yan, indirect, yan, or indirect contact. Okay, so indirect contact with a environmental surface, like sabihin natin table surfaces, like nurses station sa tables, so, diba, when you sneeze, when you cough, ganun, so it stays there. So that's your contact prec, so your contact precaution, no? So that's your contact precaution. So kaya dito when we care for these patients, what do we use for your contact precaution? So because you get it from like skin to skin, yan, aside from when you see, sabi ko dito, like when we say, yan, environmental surfaces, okay, so direct contact with the patient, yan, direct contact with the patient, like you have a skin to skin contact, yan, you have a skin to skin contact, okay, so skin to skin, yan, na contact. So that's what it means. Okay, so like for kids, diba, very crucial yung surfaces environments like fomites, no, sa toys, no. So ganun yan. So contaminated objects, no, like objects, no. So nagigit silang fomites, no. So kaya kawawa kapag kids, diba? So mga toys, no. So that's very important na to remember. So the PPEs that we use, no, the PPEs that we use is yan, so these are the PPEs that we use. These are kasi if contact, diba? So if this is contact, so PPEs would require us to use your gowns, no. We use your gowns, then we use your gloves, no. So gowns and gloves are used, no. Gowns, okay, there's our gowns, and gloves are used. So that's for your contact pack. Okay, so ito, so especially if sabi natin if we gonna set up this equipment, all this equipment should be should only be used, yung all the equipments inside, no, inside the patient's room, or anything that the need or the patient would use, no, for their care, should be inside their room already. What do we mean by that? It should not be used to other patients, no. So ganun ang ibig sabihin, no? It should not be used to other patients, no. So ganun ang gusto natin. So ibig sabihin, we want a dedicated equipment for them, no. So that's what we need. So I said, if you see here, no, I'm writing actually. So we need a dedicated, no. This should be dedicated to the patient, no? Because it can spread through objects, no. So meaning patient care equipment, yun ang I think the best word here. So patient care equipment, yan, equipment should be dedicated to the client. So should be dedicated, okay, only dedicated. So like again, what are those, like here, sphygmomanometer, no, sphygmomanometer, stethoscope, those are the important ones. Stethoscope, have your thermometer, and others, no, and others depending on the need of your client. So this should all be patient equipment, patient care, again, patient, okay, care equipment should all be again dedicated, no? Should be dedicated. And these two, no? Same thing with airborne, no? Same thing with airborne prec. So patient equipment dedicated also. Okay, so I'm gonna insert it here na lang, no? So okay, dito na siguro. So yan, patient care equipment, yan, okay, should be, okay, dedicated, okay, not used by any other patients, okay. So don't forget that. So ano pa? So what did I forget? So I think wala na akong nakalimutan, no? Let's practice. Okay. So question number 1. A nurse is caring for a client. Okay, a nurse is caring for a client, okay, with pulmonary tuberculosis, no? Pulmonary tuberculosis. Which personal protective equipment, PPE, is required before entering the room? So ano yung need? What do you need? Is it A, surgical mask and gloves? Yan. Okay, sabi natin dito, B, N95 respirator and gown, N95 respirator and goggles and surgical mask. So what do you need, no? Anong need ng patient kapag ganito, guys, ha? What do they need, ha? What do they need for this specific patients, ha? So, diba? Ay sus, ayun na, nasa gilid na eh. Diba? Whoop! You just go here. O, diba? Sabi natin, what do you need? N95, no? N95 mask, diba? This is the most important. It's your N95 mask, okay? Okay, next question. Bam. Alright. Let's see. Yan, tanggalin na natin yan. So, a client is admitted with a high fever, stiff neck, and petechial rash. The physician suspects meningococcemia. Yeah. What is the priority nursing action? So, ano to? Saan to? A, place the client in a negative pressure room. B, tandaan guys ha, it's a meningococcus, no? Initiate droplet prec, administer prescribed antibiotics. Before isolation, apply a N95 gown. So, what do you do next is what? Is to ano kaya to, guys? Initiate droplet precaution. So that's the best answer for this, no? Initiate droplet precaution. So okay, so yan, this is a classic sign of a patient with meningococcus. It's a classic sign. As you can see, there's a high fever, stiff neck, ganyan, petechial rash. Okay, so those are a classic. So place to a negative pressure, no. This is for a airborne, no? This is airborne. Yan. So droplet is yes. Yan. Antibiotics, no. So you have to isolate them first. Priority is to isolate, no? Priority. Okay. Then you have N95, no? For ano, this is for airborne. Okay, so don't forget that. So here, sorry. So we have a patient with HIV has been admitted for a broken hip while assisting with a client bed with a bed bath. The nurse notes the patient has no open sores or active bleeding. Which precautions are necessary? So what's your answer? Again, your answer is standard precaution. Okay, bakit kaya standard precaution? Number 1, A, sabihin natin A, contact prec. This is not actually, no, does not spread with the usual na contact prec, na contact, na skin contact sa HIV, or the usual skin to skin contact. So this is different from HIV. This actually is from a contact ng from a seminal fluid, from a bodily discharge, no, vaginal discharge, no. So ganun, from blood, no. So blood transfusion, 'di ba? Sharing of needles, no. So ganun 'yan. So no. Yeah, that's a no. So protective isolation, no. So ibig sabihin, another term for this, yung protective isolation, this is yan. Reverse isolation, yan, this is your reverse isolation, yan. And you have your droplet reverse isolation or neutropenic, yan. Other word is let's use this, neutropenic. So we do that, it is severely mababa yung niya, yung neutropins. So droplet prec, again, no, it's not the usual droplet, no. So this does not come from a respiratory infection, not respiratory. Okay, so that's how you remember, that's how you answer, no. So correct answer is B, standard precaution. So next question is your so next Q is bam. So a patient diagnosed with disseminated herpes zoster, varicella zoster. So what combination of precautions must the nurse implement? A, standard prec, standard in contact, B, airborne in contact, C, droplet in contact, and D, airborne and droplet. So it's the answer, guys. It's what? It's B, airborne and contact. So you know why? Kasi yung tag dito, it's the yung virus, yan, actually yun ba yan, no? So the virus can actually be aerosolized, no, nagiging aerosol, no. So it can suspend sa air, then tawag na ito, yung vesicles, no, mga butlig, no. So it is infectious, no. So may mga fluids yan, so infectious. When you touch it, can get infected. So that's why it's airborne and it's contact. Okay, so ganun. So very good. So yan ang answer niyan, guys. So gonna put here, syempre lagyan natin, because the virus, again, virus can be aerosolized, okay, and the vesicles are infectious. Yan. Okay, so kalimutan. So that's the first part ng ating CDN nursing. Okay, so see you in a while.